Morning folks, and welcome back to the channel. What a beautiful day it is here in the UK today. We have had a reprieve from 2 washout months now, and we're back early September with sunshine again. 70 showing 78 degrees on the clock, but it's about 70 degrees, and we've good weather now for the next week to come, so lucky us. So while the weather is good, what are you going to do? Get out on your bike and have a ride. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But this morning was one of them weird ones where I was thinking, I know I'm going to go out somewhere, but where am I going to go? And last week I headed north. I didn't quite make Lakeland, but we did Devil's Bridge. So this time round I'm heading back through into Derbyshire, into the Peak District. I'll just quickly say the bookstore on the right hand side is a cracking little cafe to go if you want to stop for somewhere to eat. Do nice cake as well. So anyway, we're heading down the A515, we're out of Buxton, the old spa town, and we're going to find some local delight. I say local, Buxton's about 45 minutes away from my house, and we're heading sort of in a southerly direction now, down on the Ashbourne Road and the A515. But along here is some delights and things that you'll never know if you didn't know. So I'm going to show you those, and some cracking little places that are a little bit closer to home. So of course the A6, which is a main thoroughfare route, which we've run on the way back up here, is an old Roman road. The same with the 515, runs part of it as an old Roman road. But not only that, it goes a little bit deeper and a little bit further back than that to the Neolithic times as well. So we've got some Neolithic delights to show you guys along this road, so stay with us. We drop down now, we're going to do a little left turn to Arborough. Okay, so I wasn't sure whether I could go up here, but because it goes to the farm, but apparently we can park up here, which is better for me and the bike. Arborough Henge. Oh, bed and breakfast guests as well. Drive on to park at the house. That's not bad, is it? So welcome to Arborough Stone Circle and Gib Hill, or Gib Hill Barrow. 6,000-year-old ritual and funerary monument. Large stone circle within Henge. Adjacent well-preserved burial mound. The site of early archaeological investigation. So there we go. Okay, so you got to walk up the farm track through the farmyard and just throw £1 in the honesty box. Just goes towards the upkeep of the place. £1. It's an old farm anyway. So here's a little bit of history about the place.
Okay, that's enough reading, let's go and see Arbor Low. Always close the gate. A few electric fences around here as well, you don't want to be walking around here in the dark. Of course, I'm just going to flick the camera now, you can see the embankment as you walk into the sort of entrance. See the scale of it now. Surroundings as well. Let's walk on the top of the ditch. You can see how deep that is from up here, I think. Okay, enough of that one, folks. So that's Arbor Low Stone Circle. So let's head on, jump back on the bike and see what else we can find on this little trail today. But before we do disappear from here, just on the tree line to the left hand side, and then just to the right of it, you'll see the little raise in the ground, and that's the burial mound. And around Derbyshire, there's a few of these dotted around that aren't as profound as that one, and they're hidden away, not as well advertised, and hopefully further down the road we'll see another one, which I'll stop and point that out. So we'll see in a bit. Okay, so that was Arbor Low and a little bit of Gib Hill Barrow. Wasn't worth walking over that because it's just a mound in the ground, but it is quite interesting all the same. You get more information if you guys Google it. So anyway, let's get out of this farm road. I tell you what though, it is bloody warm now. Even though the sun's gone in, it's just trapped the heat in. It's showing 80 degrees on the old temperature gauge, but okay, so we're going to do a left here. Some interesting roads even to the right, but again, we haven't got time to explore everything today. A little bit busy sometimes, obviously getting stuck behind the cars. But then this little road here goes down towards, you can take it down towards a quarry.
at a little road which goes to Powich. Twisties! So just as this road opens out in a little bit, and then just a little bit up here there should be, well, there's another little hidden road down there. Need to spend some more time around these parts. And oops, here we go. Yep, I'm in first gear. Okay, so this on the left hand side is a burial mound. And even myself, I know it's here, and you know, I nearly went past it myself. So that just looks like a pile of nothingness. But yeah, let's just get a little bit further up here. Yeah, so that, folks, is another Neolithic burial mound at the side of the road. Going back in time and history with ALCHEMOTO. Right, so we're going to jump back on the bike now and do a left and then down to Tissington. But before I do, I'm going to clean the blood off my shades because all I've got is this big red blob in front of me. Okay, so literally 2 minutes down the road and we go into Tissington village. Another cracking place to visit around Derbyshire is actually on the right hand side, which is Dovedale and the little village of Ilham. We have done that before, but not actually gone to Dovedale with the stepping stones. But this is the Tissington estate, so at one point this was just the grand entrance to the village. You know, you had some, I'm not sure, I think there's the Tissington Hall. There's got to be a hall somewhere because this would have been owned by one landowner at one point. And of course, because it's a gated entrance at the main road, this would have all been like private. Tell you what, something smells nice. Yeah, so there's Tissington Hall. So yeah, Tissington Hall would have been down that way. The old church. Look at that old building there. Now a kid's kindergarten. And there's a little duck pond. Well, like I was saying, you know, I could ride 3-4 hours in the morning to get to a complete new destination. But when within an hour of where I live, you know, there's so many new different places that I haven't been to. And I know I've been here before, but all the other roads off it I haven't. So I'm going to make a point of just addressing some of these and exploring and seeing what we can find down some of these other roads. Because even though I'm pretty well explored in Derbyshire, there's still tons and tons of places I haven't seen. And they're brilliant roads to ride. And the Pan Am is a fantastic bike just for doing this. You know, it's brilliant for the long distance, but for this, just to get out. And I know, you know, as much as I love the 48, this is my weapon of choice just for coming on these roads. I mean, I know, you know, they've got cow shit and dirt and everything else. You can do it on any bike, of course you can. But I've not washed this since last week. It is what it is. I'll jump on, start it up, and then just go and explore. Brilliant. In fact, I'm tempted actually when I come out of here is to do a left and follow the road towards Balladon Quarry, come out, I think is it Parbold, and then back to the 515 and then try and find that lane. Now, I've known a few people come off in there when you've got the moss on the cobbles, so I was just being a little bit careful. Oh, it would have been good for the for the camera, either way. Okay, so just before my GoPro battery ran out, we came from, I don't know what I caught on that last bit of recording, but from Ballydon, which is somewhere down that direction, and then joined back up on the A515. But I think what I did is, if we come round, the two lanes must have been beyond New Haven. I think I had them in my head that they were before New Haven, which would be on this side. So I've gone past them. But what I was going to try and do is head down one of the lanes, somewhere into the deepest dales over here. See how popular it is with bikes today. All doing within the speed limit, of course, up the A515. So my idea was to try and hit one of those lanes, see where it come out, because I want to try and get on this direction, on the other side of these hills here. The reason being is there's an old sort of landmark called Magpie Mine. Don't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was there, but it looks quite interesting. So what we're going to do is jump back on the pan, head down this way and find Magpie Mine, and then see what that one's all about, folks. But dirty as hell, and I love it. Still dirty from last week. The dirty girl, the gypsy. So for those of you who don't know, I did nickname my bike when I first got it, and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, GYP there on my registration, Gypsy. So it's the Gypsy Glide. Looking at that, 5.5 miles, 10 minutes from destination. And down some more of these unexplored little country Derbyshire roads. I love it. Apart from the odd car that keeps passing down, you've more or less got these to yourself. Everyone sticks to the main roads. But for a day like today, this is just brilliant. I mean, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, Pennine Bridleway. What a shame, because that just looks like Pan Am territory. But it's a bridleway. I can't, that's for horses only. If that was a BOAT, I'd be down there. Come on UK, you've got to give us some more of these lanes back for adventure bikes. You can't just have it all for the Red Sox and for the cyclists. It ain't fair. It is absolutely perfect today. Another footpath. Ah, there it is, there it is, there it is. It's the old mine over there, so that's interesting. Public footpath to it there. I just need to know if I can get the bike over there. Right, so I'm guessing it's footpath only. Wow, that's interesting though. Wow.
Okay, yeah, the final leg of our little heritage tour today in sunny Derbyshire. Magpie Mine. So it's a couple of 100-year-old, sort of 19th century old lead mine. I think built around 1840. And I think it's got the old engine rooms. I think some of the mechanisms would have been ran with horses and cables. And with a main shaft, I think a deepest main shaft of around 730 feet. I can say that properly, 730 feet. So there's a lot of other shafts around, and I think they've obviously all been capped off for safety. I can see one of them now in the field opposite. You guys won't be able to pick that up on the camera yet. I mean, look at that little house. You can just see it in the centre of the shot there, just under the clouds. No roof on it, and then all the trees are just growing out where the roof would be. Brilliant disused buildings around here. How fantastic is that? So apparently there was a few feuds went on between miners at this place, and there were 3 murders in this very establishment. So according to local folklore, it is haunted still to this day by one of the widows, apparently. So this would have been all the spoil fields in front of me here now. See all the undulations in the ground from the mining. Got this little cable operation here that would have gone up to there. And you've got the basket down there as well, still with the chains on. So where all this is concreted now, that would have been open and then sent down towards the mine. So here's a little bit of history. So originally there were several separate mines on the site. So the widow's curse. So it is that little thing in front of me. Let's have another look. Is the main shaft. 730 foot deep. Oh.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed Magpie Mine. I certainly did. That was brilliant, that. I love finding little out of the ordinary places just hidden away. I mean, that's been there, what, 200 years? And I've been riding around Derbyshire for how many years? And I didn't know it was there. Great stuff. There's another little house with no roof. So we'll take a little look around. There's that house there with no roof with the trees growing through it. These lanes, and then we're heading back towards the main road, so then I'll head south or whatever it is, east or west, back home. But probably just do one little stop off somewhere because it's just too nice not to. Gonna find a little place somewhere for me and the bike. So this is towards Ashford. So Ashford in the water, back towards Monsell Head, back towards, I think, the A619. Folks, so I'm heading on the homeward stretch now, so I don't think I'm going to bother stopping again. We've seen enough sights today. Today's been absolutely fantastic in the Dales. Hope you've enjoyed it too. Look at that traffic ahead. So I think it's time for me to sign out. So yeah, I hope you've really enjoyed today's little vlog, and we'll be seeing you soon. So remember, if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit the subscribe button, do like the video, share and comment if you dare. But on that note, folks, until next time, ALCHEMOTO signing out. We'll see you later, folks.